Mozambique, a country in the southeastern part of Africa, has just paid their loan, has just paid their debt to the IMF in full. And this is something we love to see other African countries do. This is how we want it in the town. This is how we love. These are things we want to see. This is how we like it in the town. I wish and I hope other African countries can follow Mozambique's lead and do the same. Right? Because let it make sense to me. Let me understand. Why a country who has all the resources available to them to be successful, to be developed, will be going around borrowing from other countries, be in debt, borrowing from other countries who don't have all these resources that you guys have at hand or at their disposal. Let it make sense to me. You have all the natural resources, the gold, the diamonds, you have the arable lands, you have the forest for your timbers, to farm, to boost your agriculture sector, to provide food security to your people, to your citizens. You have the human resources too. You have the human resource too. So let it make sense why you are not still developed. If not because of greed, corruption, bribery, mismanagement. I don't know where it came from. I don't know how what you are not doing right. Whether it's the people or the leaders. You don't know who to blame. I don't know. Let it make sense to me. Why Africa, we are still behind, we are still lacking, we are in debt, we are not developed. Somebody please explain to me. But Mozambique paying their debt to the IMF in full, it's a good step or a right step in the right direction. And applause to them, kudos to them, good job done, kudos to them. They still owe World Bank though. But as I said earlier, it's a step to the right direction. I go by the name Niama, and this is New News. If today's your first time coming across content from this channel and you find value in it, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment, so we grow as a big family together. And also you get back-to-back content from this channel. And that's the only way you can support me too, bro. My brother, my sister, ladies and gentlemen, help me, let's grow this channel. Please and please and please, I beg of you, hit the subscribe button. Remember to hit the subscribe button, like, share, comment, share your suggestions. Share your thoughts, your ideas, right? In the comment section. On today's episode, we are going to react to a video done by our my senior brother back home here, Ghana, by the name Mr. Cyrus Annan of Tuntum Network. A video he did on Mozambique's paying IMF their loan, paying their debt to the IMF in full. So join me, let's jump right into the video, and I'll also give my 2 cents what I think about this whole situation.
I want to congratulate the leadership of Mozambique in wiping clean their slates. It is so impressive and worth talking about.
Yeah, it deserves the congratulations. Applause to them once again.
It is not a fluke. We hope they don't turn around and go on a borrowing spree afterwards. Well, they
won't be surprised though.
Being like Nigeria with their oil and gas, or will they be like any of the countries in the Middle East, ladies and gentlemen, that have been transformed with the same oil and gas?
Is Mozambique going to be like Nigeria and some other African nations, or are they going to be like the countries in the Middle East that has been transformed, that has been developed? They have been developed with the same oil and gas they found in their countries? Or is Mozambique going to be like the countries in Africa who not only discovered or has oil and gas in their country, but also they have the gold, the diamonds, the aluminum, the bauxites. They have the arable lands too, to farm, to produce food. They have water bodies. They have good weather. This is the question for the day. Is Mozambique going to become like Nigeria, or they are going to be like the countries in the Middle East? Drop your answer in the comment section.
Check this out. The country Mozambique had about $4.15 billion in foreign reserves earlier this year. and now they have $3.5 billion in reserves. Guess what just happened, ladies and gentlemen? Mozambique just paid off in full an IMF loan of about $514 million. Some website even puts it at $600 million. That was supposed to mature in 2033. And every major oil and gas player going to the Mozambique is in shock. Ladies and gentlemen, it's obvious. The Mozambique government used its central bank reserves to offset it. And this move wasn't expected. Nobody saw this coming, especially when Mozambique has been one of the worst countries to service their loans until now. But for your information, in my research, this is what I discovered could have been the reason behind this payment. Mozambique government took out their hard cash in reserves to pay off their loan. Because of this, Mozambique is sitting on massive offshore gas projects worth hundreds of billions of dollars, which is about to take off. And ladies and gentlemen, that could explain the reason market leaders in oil and gas are shocked at this payment. All this while,
they're delaying the extraction of this oil and gas deposit in their land. It's one of the solutions that have come about into solving our specifically like Ghana, right? In Ghana, yeah, we have galamsey issues, which is more of like mine of gold, and to the point that it's destroying our environment, it's destroying our water bodies, it's polluting our air, our water bodies, and our lands and our forests, right? I believe this is just common sense. I don't think this is rocket science, right? I'm talking of Ghana, right? To be specific, right? Back home here, we allow foreigners to come extract and refine our gold, go sell it, and they come to share the profit with us. And I can't fathom the reason behind this whole operation or situation. I understand that we don't have the expertise, we don't have the machinery to extract this our natural resources, refine it, and go sell it by ourselves. But it doesn't make sense to allow somebody come in, extract, refine, go sell it, and they come share the profit with you. For example, assume you want to build a house, right? You employ a mason or a contractor to build a house for you. The contractor go like, yo, I understand it's your land. I understand you are going to invest, or you are going to pay. You are going to buy the materials to build the things. But because you don't have the tools, the shovel, the trowel, the whatever they do to build a house, you don't have those tools, and you don't have the expertise to build a house. So I'll build a house for you with my expertise and with my tools. After that, I'll put the house on the market. I'll go sell the house, and whatever profit I get after taking out the cost of building the house that you paid, the land you are building the house on is for you. After taking all that cost from it, I'll come share the profit with you. You see, this doesn't make sense. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense that we allow people come here to extract and mine and refine, go sell it, and they come share the profit with us. It should be this way around. Like, we should do it this way rather. Why don't we employ these people or these foreigners who have the expertise and the machineries to extract and refine, and we pay them the work they are doing. We pay them the work they are doing. Right? After they extracting and refining, we take the finished product, go sell it by ourselves, and keep the profits and keep whatever income or money we get from it. After paying them what they are worth, the work they did, or worth the machines they brought in to do whatever to extract and refine it. Or the second way, or the second solution to a problem like this is we don't extract these natural resources at all. For example, in Ghana, we should even ban extracting of this natural resource, the gold in our land. We should ban it completely, right? And we invest into the citizens to go acquire the knowledge, the skills, to go learn and be experts. Whether they will invest in them or fund them to go abroad and go learn and come back as professionals or as experts in those fields, or we let them sit here and we employ people, the foreigners or wherever, those who have the expertise, come here to come teach our people. And also we invest into the machineries. So like, for example, Ghana, after banning mining, whether small scale or large scale mining of gold in Ghana here, right, for 10 years, right, we invest into the people to go abroad or sit back home, and they acquire the knowledge to become the experts or become professionals in that field, in the mining sector, right? And also during these 10 years we invest in buying the machineries to extract and refine this gold, and we build the facilities to accommodate to refine this gold, right? So 10 years after we lifted the ban, and now we are mining this natural resource by ourselves, refine it by ourselves, and go sell it by ourselves, so that we rip off or we get all the income or all the profits that we'll get, rather than we allowing these people. Bro, let's continue. I'm talking too much because I'm
delaying this project, and it wasn't clear what the holdup was until now, ladies and gentlemen. You see, Total Energies from France already owns 26% stake in one of the phases of the project, which is supposed to take off in Mozambique. ExxonMobil from the United States is a stakeholder, and other oil and gas companies from India, Japan, and Middle East all already hold stakes, ladies and gentlemen. But with this move, it is unclear, it is totally unclear at this point, whether the government of Mozambique is about to announce a new approach or terms of agreement towards the project. Everybody is in speculation and is in shock, ladies and gentlemen, because they have paid off their loans in full. They are currently under no financial obligation to be manipulated or coerced into what to do with the oil deposits. This makes Mozambique scary to the West. And for your information, the West and their banks are never happy when an African country, especially an African country, is not indebted to them. They hate it. In fact,
and obviously they don't be happy, because when you owe them, right, one way or the other, directly or indirectly, they can manipulate you. They can, like, they have a certain amount amount of control over you, right? When you owe someone, in our local dialect Ghana, yes, we will say nipa nenu. So do you car one or the other, we say nipa nenu, and I will say nipa nenu, right? Your answer is in the mouth of the person, right? So they can choose to bite it off. Once you owe them, they can one way or the other control you or tell you what to do or what not to do. So they won't be happy if you've paid off your loan or your debt.
The IMF is already making offers to the Mozambique government just when they completed the payment of that loan to take a new and bigger facility. Can you believe this? These guys never give up, ladies and gentlemen. They prefer you owing them so they can leverage on that money for something in your country. This is their strategy. But with this offshore discovery of oil and gas in Mozambique, the country Mozambique, if they manage the deals properly, they could turn the fortunes of their country completely around. And I'm going to tell you why. Per the latest exploration reserves announced by the Mozambican government, these new oil fields have about 65 trillion cubic feet of gas reserves. Let me shock you with the revelation, ladies and gentlemen. 65 trillion cubic feet of gas reserves in today's world market is valued between $160 billion to $320 billion. Mozambique has the potential to become the top
$160 billion globally, $320 billion
production. Trust me on this, if they get it done right. However, they will need.
So let it make sense to me. You have a gas deposit, but 100 billion plus to 350 billion dollars. and you will sit down for someone to come and go like, yo, I know you are worth this, right? In terms of your gas in your land or in your country. You don't have the expertise, you don't have the machinery. So me having the expertise and the machinery, let me mine, let me refine. I'll go sell it by myself and I'll come and share the profit with you. And our leaders, our African leaders, our presidents, our so-called leaders who are open-minded, who are intellectual enough, who are smart, who are brilliant, they'll be like, yeah, bro, yeah, understood, we agree, we will take this deal, we'll take this proposal. So what if, right, the cost of mining this gas, for instance, it's maybe $1 million. For instance, so it's $1 million, right? And the cost of refining it too is $1 million. So all will cost you like what? $2 million, right? And they go sell all this gas, and the profit they will get is worth $100 billion plus. But they come back to tell you that, yo, the cost of mining and refining the oil and gas is maybe $90 billion. So we'll share $10 billion. The profit we get from selling it is $10 billion. We are going to share it $5 billion each. So $5 billion comes to the company, the foreign company, and the $5 billion goes to the country. You see, this they are not stealing you, or they are not cheating you. You are refusing to use your brains. You are refusing to be smart. You are refusing to use the brains God gave to you. You are becoming, you are choosing to be dumb. You are choosing to be an idiot. You are choosing to be stupid. I don't think these foreign people or these Westerners, I believe they explore our weaknesses, right? Which natural instinct or human instinct, that's what we do most of the time, right? We look at others' flaws and use it against them. So when you allow yourself to be convinced, to be confused, to be used, to be a useless person, you'll be used too, bro. You'll be used. You'll be used. Let's continue.
Need between $20 billion to $50 billion worth of investment to get out the oil and refine it. And this is where it becomes,
wow, look, it's costing them, or it will cost them $20 billion of investment. Just $20 billion of investment to take it out of the $100 billion. You are left with what? $80 billion at least. At least you are left with $80 billion of profit, which you can use to develop your country.
super tricky, ladies and gentlemen. Mozambique doesn't have the capacity right now, and so they have to bring in investors. The question is, who do you bring on board, and what are the terms of agreement? Already they have all these oil giants I mentioned on board, which leaves not too much room for others to begin with. Mozambique, for your information, does not have a national oil and gas exploration company. On their own, they cannot drill the oil, they cannot mine it. They don't have the investment and expertise and the financial capacity, ladies and gentlemen. These are facts. They only have a state company called ENH, National Hydrocarbons Company, which acts as a state partner in all major gas projects and holds stakes between 10% and 50% on behalf of the states. So it's pretty much going to be run by foreign companies, ladies and gentlemen. The question, however, is this: is it going to be the usual 10%, 15% state ownership like we have seen in many African countries? Or will it be something beyond that? Will the country Mozambique end up being like Nigeria with their oil and gas, or will they be like any of the countries in the Middle East, ladies and gentlemen? That has been
But Nigeria don't suffer for the hand of African countries. Nigerians don't suffer. Nigeria don't suffer. Everything negative, anything bad, anything not good is associated with Nigerians. All the African nations you saw in Africa, who also have oil and gas, in their lands or in their countries. You didn't see any Mr. Cyrus, but to use Nigeria. To use Nigeria. Oh, Nigerians, brothers and sisters. Let's continue.
Formed with the same oil and gas. Ladies and gentlemen, Mozambique, if they manage the ownership and royalties of these new discoveries right, if they don't follow after briberies and self-interest,
greed,
and national interest in all agreements and paperwork, ladies and gentlemen, if they do this, they could set this country up on a new economic trajectory. Ladies and gentlemen, have you seen how fuel prices have started moving up because of the wars? Are you observing, ladies and gentlemen? Has it reached your country wherever you live in Africa, or is it only in Ghana? But all the same, guess what? It's going to go even higher once many of these oil and gas rich nations are hit. The world supply of oil is about to fall, and when that happens, those with the oil will be making all the.
This is an opportunity that Africa should grab. This is an opportunity for African countries to take advantage of. The war that has started, or which is happening, right, between US, Israel, Iran, Ukraine, Russia, and from what's happening, it seems, or it looks like more wars will be coming. More wars will be coming. So this is an opportunity for African nations to start thinking, to start acting towards the development, towards the growth, towards the change, towards the drastic change, the positive change we want in our continent, in our individual countries, in this beautiful continent of ours, Africa.
Profit. The world, and I mean the Western world, has already turned to other countries who do not have any stake in these wars for oil and gas supply. Did you know this? So it's important Mozambique gets it right, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll take this time out to do the honorable thing. I want to congratulate the leadership of Mozambique in wiping clean their slate. It is so impressive and worth talking about that they don't owe IMF at this point. And we hope it's not a fluke. We hope they turn around and go on a borrowing spree afterwards. Mozambique has nearly 1 million people living in South Africa. I mean, like 50% of their youth have abandoned the country and moved to South Africa. If you didn't know, you therefore have a responsibility as a president to do what is in the interest of the country, to create the needed jobs with this new oil and bring about the economic improvements that will make the youth stay in their home country. Crime.
Back home here, an MP for Magina came out to make a statement that Ghanaian youth should be entrepreneurs, which is understood. It's a factor, or it plays a role in what, in eradicating poverty and providing jobs to the youth. Understood, but I don't think venturing into Indomie helps in the development of a country. Like it helps, but it's not a major something that helps in the development of the country. What happens to the doctors? What happens to the engineers? All these developed countries, it wasn't because of entrepreneurship solely. Even entrepreneurship plays little role. They have engineers, right, who are building bridges, who are constructing roads, who are building factories, facilities, who are entering into the mining sector, who are entering into the agriculture sector, doing big projects. Right? We also have gold in our country. We have the oil and the gas in our country, some. Why don't you create job opportunities around this place and invest into the youth to be engineers, so they come and run this mining sector and all this essential and necessary and important significant sectors in nation building. Meanwhile, I'm telling the youth, a youth who has gone to school to be an engineer, who has gone to school to be a medical doctor, who has gone to school to venture into selling provisions and Indomie and what? I don't know whether our leaders are out of touch. Like I don't know the English word that, bro. It seems like they don't know what's going on. Like they are not informed enough. Meanwhile, they are the ones who are also traveling outside the country, who are going to these Western countries, who are going to these foreign countries, seeing all the development that's going on, seeing all the perks, the beautiful things happening in these foreign countries. Meanwhile, they are not being able to apply what they go see out there in our countries. When they come back home, I don't understand. I can't just understand what's happening with these people, but our leaders, our so-called leaders. I don't know, bro. You go see buildings, skyscrapers, bridges, quality good roads being constructed, good facilities being constructed, factories doing wonderful things, building robots and all these things, all these great and beautiful things which is helping these countries develop. You go explore all these things, you go see it for yourselves. You travel outside with state funds. You come back home and you can't apply these things here. You come back home and all the knowledge you went to learn over there, you can't apply it here. What's wrong? Meanwhile, we have all the resources too needed to do what? To do us right, to develop our countries for us. So what's wrong?
Crime and violent attacks, I said, on tourists in your country are quite rampant. Plus, a lot of your young people living in South Africa have made carjacking and highway robberies their stable jobs. If you didn't know, Mr. President of Mozambique, you have a lot of work to do. This incoming new source of revenue isn't for just you and your immediate family. You are only a custodian of the people's resources. You must therefore ensure the right agreement and policies are put in place for the benefit of everybody in Mozambique.
In the nation.
Maputo can either become the new Dubai of Africa or the new Lagos. The option is all yours. The new money can either circulate among everybody in the country and improve on people's conditions of living, or be caught up among the top 1% of the people at the very top of politics. The option is all yours, Mr. President. I'll say this and bring the whole thing to a close. We all have seen how things are improving in Burkina Faso because of their type of leadership. We have seen it. We have talked about it. We can all learn from it, ladies and gentlemen. We put national interest first.
We should all learn from Mr. or His Excellency Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, the military leader. I believe African presidents should start learning from this man, from the young president. Because even with the little that he has, with all the insurgencies and the terrorist groups, and with the attacks from the West, he's bringing change. He's bringing change which is visible, which we are all seeing. Positive change. He's developing the country gradually, step by step. With all the problems at time too, bro. With all the problems and all the attacks coming against him, he finds time and the energy and the effort to bring change, to develop Burkina Faso step by step.
President Philippe Nyusi puts a national agenda in motion. It will only take a decade at most, and Mozambique will be a drilling nation and refining their own oil and gas. Ladies and gentlemen, take it from me, I said it today. You may not have the expertise today, but once the foreign companies begin operations, you have a chance for your people
to learn from them
on the job,
to learn from them.
Technical institutions for that purpose.
Me personally, I feel, or I think they shouldn't even allow this. Well, if they come, if these foreign companies come to mine and refine these things, as Mr. Sarah said, they should start learning from them. Number one. Number two, they should be paying them worth, like their worth, or the worth of work they've done, and not allowing them to mine everything, refine it, and go sell it by themselves. I mean, the foreign companies, they should pay attention. They should pay attention, right, to whatever is happening, the operation happening in the mining and the refining process. But they should pay attention to detail. They should be in the process. They should be part of the process, right? And whilst these foreign companies are mining and refining, they should learn from them. They should invest into their human resources to learn and to be expert too.
For every bit of this experience is going to be a learning curve for the people of Mozambique. And I hope Mozambique comes out ready to take over on their own. I'll end it here. My name is Cyrus, and thanks for watching. And by the way, it's been 3 years since we started this. This platform has been 3 years already, and we are close to hitting 100K mark on our subscriptions. If you have been watching us for a while, you may want to consider subscribing today if you haven't.
Yeah, everybody go subscribe to Tuntum Network on YouTube.
To those who need to see it.
Yes, search Tuntum Network on YouTube and it will pop up. Subscribe, like, share, and comment under this video. Share your thoughts. And do the same too for my channel too, for this channel too. It's very necessary. And it's very necessary too that we share this news. Right? We share this news to our brothers and sisters who need to hear this. Our African brothers and sisters who will need to see this. And have, it's very necessary that we all have this. We have the spirit of patriotism to our individual countries and to the continent. We have a patriotic mindset. We have the interests of our countries and this continent at heart. Right? It's very important that we share the good news, the gospel.
In the next one. It is bye-bye for now.
So this is the end of the reaction to Mr. Anan's video. And I go by the name Nyama. Share your thoughts, your ideas in the comment section. Like, share, and comment too, and subscribe. Please remember to subscribe. Hope to catch you on the next episode. This New News. I'm out.